Hello, this is Miss Candy from T.P.O.T Media. Welcome to Dark Exodus.
The front is scary.
You hate us.
Black man has society. He hasn't taken a position in this world of strength. He hasn't taken a position in this world of leadership. He just hasn't, because I think America looks at the black man as a threat. So as long as they keep the effeminate, emasculated men up front, it'll always keep the real men out back. And as long as they push up other people will always look at the black man the same way they look at the black man. That's why they have a tendency to push up the black women, because as long as they push up black women, see, like I said before, they've tried everything. They've tried killing us, poisoning us, giving us the clap and all that kind of nonsense. They've done all that. So what do they have next? The only thing they have left is the one thing that they know that we cherish the most, the one thing that's going to stick with us, and that's the black women. So what do? They push up the black woman, help the black woman, and make the black woman think, that she's better than the black man, because eventually if they push her up enough, if they hold her up enough and lift her high enough, eventually she'll get high enough where she'll look at the black man the same way they do. And I'm a true believer that America is designed for that, because there's not too much they won't do for a black woman, but they won't do shit for a black man except throw him in jail. So, and I think that's by design. Because as long as they can keep the black woman looking down on the black man has no one. He is out to sea. If he can't even depend on his black woman to see him as an equal, he is out to sea. Because the rest of the world already feels like, he's an inferior being anyway. So if they get the black
even
women,
though they mimic everything
you
do.
If they can get the black women to think that, forget about it. The black man is gone. He's history.
Right.
He's history. And I think
there's no back. And like you said earlier, unfortunately, most of our black men are, behaving like women and, acting in a feminine manner. So there isn't any, there isn't a lot of, and I'm not omitting anyone, to any of the brothers who are out there listening. I'm not saying y'all don't exist. What I'm saying is what's portrayed and what's seen the most of you is a feminine type of black man. And there has to be some type of strong masculine presence for the children, enough in every home. You understand? We're just like trying to find him within the probably a 50 block radius and just pray. You understand? But I mean, like in every home, it would make such a difference,
Yeah.
as far as the upbringing of the children and, just the family structure, just, the normalcy. It will help in so many things. Sometimes our children have certain problems, and it could be like in school, maybe behavior-wise, or maybe academically, or certain things. And you never know, had certain things been different in their life, that may not have been a problem. You understand? Like, different things affect, the upbringing of the children. So if there's as much normalcy as there as possible, or, the presence of the father figure as much as possible, if, he isn't in the home for whatever reason, it will make a greater number of our future generation of men it would increase. We would have more, and not saying that there aren't any men who, consider themselves feminine for whatever reason, be it as it may. And, as men, like, dealing with their lives, like, as a man, they're very on point with certain things, in their life. So, like I said, everybody needs masculine structure to, better themselves.
Yeah, well, the male presence brings balance. It brings a balance.
Right.
And not only does it bring balance, it also brings another point of view. Because men and women are opposite. So, men have a different point of view than women. So, when you put a man in a situation when it's him and a woman, more than likely, even if you get a point of view that's kind of similar, it's going to have some differences because, men, we think different, we go about things differently. I was watching because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in our neighborhoods right now. The killing, the drugs, guns, the crack, the everything that's going on in our neighborhoods right now. I mean, we talk about this kind of stuff all the time.
The pork. No.
Yeah, that too. That too. But I think that we should do an experiment. Because I was watching, I watch a lot of National Geographic too, I'm just, nerdy like that.
Right.
I was watching a documentary, and there was these elephants in Africa. And the elephants were orphan elephants, and a lot of them were male elephants, and they were orphan elephants because a lot of their parents had been killed. Because this was during the time when they were having wars and stuff, so they were killing the elephants and, I guess using their ivory, and selling it and all that kind of stuff. So you have all these male elephants in Africa, right? And they are literally just going through there, going crazy. I mean, they're killing rhinoceroses, they're killing those water oxes. They're killing, killing all these other animals, right? Just killing them, right? So, and they didn't know what to do because it was like a game reserve. Water buffaloes, they were killing those, killing rhinoceroses. They were finding all these animals dead on this game reserve, right? So they start watching. And what it was just bands of male orphan elephants that were killing all of these other animals. So what they did is they went to another game reserve 100 miles away, and they loaded up trucks with a bunch of adult male elephants. And they trucked all those male elephants into those game reserves, and guess what happened? The young elephants stopped killing the other animals. Why? Because once the elder male elephants were there, they put in a sense of authority. They put in a sense of mentoring. They put in a sense of something to be respected and something to mimic. And being that the elder males weren't animals that killed other animals, as they watched these older elephants, it was like overnight they stopped killing all these other animals. And I say that to say this: if we were to drive 5 tractor trailers and just fill them up and just fill them up
and
just unload them into places like Chicago, Detroit, New York, LA, and damn it, down here in Charlotte too. Just empty 5 truckloads. And I'm talking about real men now, not no chumps. Not no chump men. I'm talking about real men. Not the emasculated, effeminate ones who want to wear dresses. I'm talking about men for real. And you dump 5 truckloads of them in each of these neighborhoods. And I'm telling you, you will see a difference. You will see a difference. You will see a difference if the difference is only slight. Because let me tell you something about these young boys these young men who are running around here killing people and robbing people, doing all this nonsense. Do you think that these dudes would be doing this stuff in a neighborhood that they knew were controlled by real grown-ass men? Of course they would. Because these young punks would know that they would have to deal, if not with one of these men, 2 of these men, 20 of these men, 30 of these men. If there were those kind of men in these neighborhoods wouldn't be the way they are. They just wouldn't. I know they wouldn't. Because there would be a balance. There would be a code of conduct that would be expected from people. And most people would respect it. I mean, you'd have the outliers, there's always exceptions to every rule. But most people would they would come to understand what these neighborhoods are about. When you have a neighborhood full of grown men, real grown men, who are in that neighborhood and have a presence in that neighborhood, I do believe that some of these crazy communities where they're killing people left and right, I do believe they would be different. And they definitely would be different if some of these guys was being raised by some of these same real men. I truly believe that.
Right. Most definitely.
But this is by design. This is what America wants. America wants the black man to be out of the loop.
Dark X.
Open your mind.
Knock it off. You hate us.
Most definitely.
So the front is stereo.
Open your mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your minds.